I'm just going to do a little bit of complaining about the scam against us. I guess I'll call it the frustration scam. These satanic blanks that run everything from behind the scenes, they're quite sadistic. And they like to screw with us. I mean, it's everything in our society. It's just, like I said, I believe the way they design the roads, the way they do everything. Daylight savings time. They know it causes stress in people's lives. And, you know, I got to turn everything upside down twice a year and get up earlier, go to bed later or whatever, every 6 months. And there's no reason for it. The lame excuse for it is it saves energy. Well, how does it save energy? Where's the evidence it saves energy? And since when could they give a flying flip about saving energy? And the more energy they can sell, the more shekels they can make. So why would they want to save energy? You know, even the coffee pots. You know, I had a coffee pot, especially if you fill it up full. No matter how slow you pour it, it drips down the thing. The spout is too small. I had one like that. I threw it away and I went out and bought another one. The next one was the exact same way. Unless you have a lot of money, every coffee pot nowadays is made like this. It's just a screw. You know, I know I've been in manufacturing. I studied engineering. I was going to go into engineering. You know, these things are designed by engineers, okay? And we're supposed to know what the hell they're doing. But even let's just say that one of them had his head up his blank and didn't know what he was doing. Well, you know, these products, any company is going to test their products before they put them on the market. And the first time they tried to pour this thing, it would have poured all over the place, and they would have realized it screwed up. Yet they chose to put this on the market anyway. And now every single company is putting out this kind of crap, unless you put out a lot of money, especially like to screw with the poor. You know, and it's like, in these things, this is just common sense. I mean, back in the days, they didn't even have engineers with degrees in engineering design things and build things, and they had common sense enough not to make something like this, and everything. Even like the pill things. Now, I take Benadryl. Actually, I usually use generic because not just for the allergy thing, but also for sleep. I have sleep problems sometimes. And you can't buy a bottle of Benadryl. It has to be individually wrapped in indestructible packaging that has to be cut open with a pair of scissors. And most packaging is like that nowadays. It's just all this crap. And a lot of people say, well, it's just incompetence. Oh, no, I don't believe it's incompetence. If it was incompetence, it would be sporadic. Okay? And I can guarantee you these companies get complaints about these products. And they probably get thousands of complaints about all these products. And yet they don't change them. Okay, they keep putting out this crap that is annoying, and it's every damn company that's doing it. It's not one or two. If it was just incompetence, it'd be one company, and it would happen once, twice. They get complaints from their customers, and they'd stop doing it. But since they have a monopoly, and they're all together, they all work together. They all help each other out. Petroleum company work with the satanic Jays in the auto industry, so they make sure that they have engines that are not efficient, because they got to scratch each other's backs and help each other out. And they want to screw us, the John Q. public over. They want us to be miserable. They want us to be in pain. They want to do anything they can just to irritate and annoy us. Or, they want us to at least be frustrated and annoyed. They prefer that we were in unbearable agony. But they know if they put too much agony on us, they'll kill us off. And they don't want to completely kill us off. I think they'd like to kill a lot of us off, but not all of us, because they need to have somebody to clean their toilets and grow food for them. Because they're not going to do these things. That's for the slaves. And everything in society is upside down now, and I've complained about these things before. It's like, I was out at a coffee shop, I played at this place, and there's a girl there, that I've met her before. She's real friendly and sociable with every guy in there, but if he takes one step towards her, she's gonna, you're gonna rape me, you're gonna rape me, I mean, she doesn't say that, but you can see it just, and she did that to me last night again, and it's just, and this has to do with all the mental programming in our society. It used to be mostly American women, but this crap's spreading to other countries now. As American television is spreading to other countries, as other countries are watching more and more American television, a lot of this crap, now a lot of women in other countries are starting to play all these weird games now. They're just confused, they don't know what the hell they want. And they're so terrified of being raped, but, the fact of the matter is the only way they'd ever have sex is they'd have to be raped. I mean, it was even that way with my ex-wife, She used to complain to me, she wouldn't have sex with me. And she went out and had an affair with some other guy, because she still needed sex. Well, we said, well, he came in the back door, and she's telling us what I need to do. So, she's my wife, been married 8 years, we've got 2 children, and every time I want to have sex with her, I've got to put some kind of a seduction game on her otherwise she won't have sex with me. It's got to be part of some kind of game. And see, I don't play these games. So, I'm just a hermit. The hell with it. I mean, if I'm not desperate, I'll use my hand. I don't need to put up with this crap from these lunatic American women. I just don't need to put up with it. And virtually all of them are like this. And it's because of the programming. And I think all the movies, all the TV shows, showing women behaving dysfunctionally, and instead of respecting their husband, they treat their husbands like crap. And they're all these slasher films, and women are all paranoid and afraid of men. It's like they're afraid of men, and they play all these games and stuff. And I think they get a lot of this stuff from the TV, the programming, and it's done deliberately. They don't want us to get married and live happily ever after. They don't. The only people who want to get married nowadays are homosexuals. And this is what they've done. Everything's turned upside down. They masculinize women, they feminize men, and they've been doing this for 50 plus years. And there's all this subliminal shit that they put on us, just lunacy. And it's all this deviousness. It's not just about profit, okay? This is about poisoning the people, okay? And they like to play with words on that. It's much cheaper to produce this kind of cereal, and they're charging that. They mark that way up. What are the prices of these? $11. Here's the processed crap. This isn't even the cheap stores. There's other stores where it's even cheaper. And the only ingredient here is chia seed. $11 for a pound. No processing at all, just seed. All they do is wash it. And this other stuff is cheaper. It's more expensive to make, but they're selling it for way down, so they artificially drop the price on that. If it's unhealthy, they mark it down. If it's good for you, they mark it way up. So that's not just about profits, okay? That's not just about supply and demand, because it's more expensive to make this processed crap than it is the non-processed crap. This grain here, I mean, all they do is they wash it, dry it, and run it through a grinder, and then put it in a bag. The other processed stuff, there's many steps that they go to produce this stuff. It costs much more, probably costs 10 times as much money to produce this processed shit. If you look at the ingredients of these flours, these processed flours, they'll say it's enriched wheat flour. And, you know, it's always misleading, the labels. Well, what it means by enriched, okay, what they've done is after they process it, all the vitamins are getting out. When they first started producing this processed stuff, people started getting sick. And so they were worried about this like 100 years ago, okay? So people were more concerned about it. Nowadays, we got people getting sick all over the place. And then they noticed everyone was getting sick, so they did some research, and they found out they'd leached all the vitamins out when they processed this flour, and they call it enriched. They do often the same thing like natural. They'll say natural stuff. Well, there's no legal definition on the word natural. Anything could be called natural. Gasoline could be called natural. They could put gasoline in the food and call it natural flavors, and there wouldn't be anything illegal with doing that. Deviousness, deviousness, deviousness. That's what these people are. From beginning to end, devious. They're psychopathic, thieves, liars, murderers. They're just devious to the umpteen thousandth magnitude. And then they charge 1/10 the price for it. So it's not just about profits. I try to tell people they do this deliberately. And every single one of these chemicals that they put in this food are long ago were known to be toxic. Many of them are carcinogens. And yet the FDA approves of those, and the FDA bans a lot of health remedies, a lot of natural remedies, a lot of herbal remedies. The FDA has tried to ban vitamins, and they would have banned all health food and all alternative medicine, except there's people that are fighting it. So it does show, it does help to fight. And it's going to be a constant fight, and because these people don't stop. The only thing we can do is fight, fight, fight. That's all we can do, because they won't stop, and so we can't stop either. These people are obsessed with what they do, and they're also very stubborn people. They don't stop. If it takes them 1,000 years or 10,000 years, they don't stop. If plan A doesn't work, then they go to plan B, and then plan C, D, all the way through the alphabet, and then they'll come up with a new plan A. And on it goes. They don't stop. So we can't stop either. It's like they're insane with hatred. They're just obsessed with hate and controlling everybody and victimizing everybody. It's an obsession with them. They're just obsessed with it. They go to great lengths to try to screw people over. And they don't stop. They don't give up on it. If somebody stops them from victimizing people, they'll try again some other way. They don't stop. Getting back with the relationship thing, everybody's confused. Nobody knows what they're supposed to do anymore. I watched a couple videos about how to pick up women, and you got to go way out of your way to do it. You got to act like you're not interested in them, and it's best if you got some friends you come in there with, and it's best if you have women. If you have women around you, you're more likely to pick up a woman if you got women on you. I've noticed that before. I haven't gone out with anybody in recent years, but I noticed I take a woman out to eat. Waitress will flirt with me 9 times in 10. If I go into a restaurant by myself, they rarely flirt with you. In fact, I don't think I've ever been flirted with when I was alone. And you got to go through all these games. Everything's upside down. It used to be everybody knew what they were. Men knew what their role was. Women knew what their role was. And things like marriage, it wasn't just something you did for yourself. It was something you did for your family and for the community. Not anymore. Now it's just everything's confused. Nobody knows what to do. And women, they're so terrified of sex. Most women end up having sex with toys. There's probably 10 times as many sex toys are sold for women as are sold with men, because they won't have sex with a man. They're too afraid. They're afraid. Oh, he's going to touch me. He's going to rape me. It's just insanity. It's just the whole culture is completely confused and insane, and everything's upside down. Everything's upside. Nobody knows what's what anymore. I got to add this little thing here. I noticed this a while ago. There's a place I go eat once in a while, And I noticed this picture, and this is one of the, I talk about subliminal, you know, mind programming and stuff. I've talked about that occasionally. This is one of the most blatant ones I've ever seen. Now look, take a look at this. What's wrong with this picture here? What's wrong with it, okay? I mean, it should be pretty obvious. In case you can't figure it out, all right, I'll give you a clue. What's he got in his mouth? I'm not going to tell you what he has in his mouth. I think you should be able to figure it out. If you can't figure it out, well, I guess, I don't know what to say, but I mean, this is one of the most obvious ones I've ever seen. A lot of times, there's a lot of this stuff on television, in commercials, on billboards and magazines, all kinds of stuff. They got all kinds of stuff like this. This is one of the most blatant ones, and obviously, what's it pushing? It's pushing homosexuality. It's hard cider. Another thing I should say about this picture is it's an evil orchard. This is another thing they promote all the time, not just all kinds of sexuality, but they promote evil. You know, all this stuff, all this evil stuff, all these movies, people being butchered, you know, all these implications 2 years ago, but all of a sudden bad became a word that meant good. It was bad, but now it's sick. I've noticed if you say something sick, that means it's good. You know, they promote all this stuff, and it's just all kinds of crap. It just never ends. They promote bad, evil. Everything's got to be evil. Now everybody wants to be evil. Everybody wants to be bad. It's good to be bad, yeah. I've seen worse ones than this, too. I was in the grocery store one time. A little girl licking a popsicle. And there was like ice cream bar kind of thing. And there was like ice cream on the side that looked just like a penis with semen on it, and she was licking it. They do a lot of this stuff, and the sheep will just are oblivious. They don't seem to notice it. Yeah, it's all about just basically, you know, screwing us over any way they can, corrupting us, turning everything upside down, just trying to see if they can, you know, make sure we have a bad day.